Hi, I'm Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm playing with Mix It Up Monday with Tara, the paper snob, and she chose this sketch from Casmum at Jennifer Gagne to use, and I will have the information linked below. And I chose this allegedly Studio Calico paper that is coming out of my counterfeit kit challenge, and I'm going to speed it up. I'm doing this picture of my oldest when she was in our home ed program. We had a blended program that we were part of, so she went to school once, twice a week, and they always made nameplates for where their bags and stuff went when they were in elementary. So she's in about grade 4 here, I think. And so I'm thinking about how I want to back this. I think I'm going to do a little bit of red and orange with the black. And I was thinking of overlapping them. I'm definitely going to use that black. You see me bring in a white piece of scrap there for a second. I was just wondering if it needed the white, but I didn't like it with the creamy background with this ledger paper. So, and then I'm thinking, hey, this is going to work well this way. I am going to flip the sketch so that the title and the journaling are on the left side and the picture's on the right, because I have that wonderful at the bottom and it's going to be my title and it's right on the pattern paper, and I thought that would work really well, and most of it's in the same spot as the sketch, so I was like, yeah. So before I finish matting my photos though, I'm going to get my cream paste on, and this is going to be in the same spot where Jennifer's got the mixed media. Looks kind of like maybe smooshing or something. And I'm going to use cream paste, and I'm coloring it just slightly yellowish, creamish with the daffodil from 49 Market for ink. So, and I am going to make a mess, and that's okay. So just smooshing it in, not being precious. I just want some stuff there. So, and then I needed more, but I didn't have room on here without cleaning it off to like put more ink on there. So that's why I cleaned it off. This ends up being a little bit yellower, and that's okay. I'm going to overlap some of it so it kind of blends in a bit. It dries not as yellow as it looks like on screen right now, so that's fine too. And I'm going to take it right off, because why not? And then I decided I should put a little bit down here where the corner of the photo should peek out, just to tie in that corner. It's very little that'll show there, but that's okay. And then that's an icky bit, and then a quick close-up, and I do a quick cleanup. So this is how I typically deal with my stencils with this cream paste, because it comes off really easily. So I have 2 wet wipes, and then I just wipe them down. And if I get to it now, you can see how clean that is already. Makes it super easy, done. And then I don't have to take it to the sink, and yep. And then I am going to hit this with a heat gun. I'm not going to make you watch all of the heat gun because it takes a bit. But this layout actually only took me a total of 35 minutes real time to do. So that's on the very quick side for me. Typically a mixed media layout will take me at least an hour to do. So yay me. So I'm going to get this red piece of paper on, get this orangey piece of paper on, orangey yellow, I don't know. It's the same color that's on that bottom of the branding strip, so, and the wonderful is very similar. So I was like, yeah, I can use it. And then I pulled out all these stamps to play with. And so I'm just seeing what I can use. I'm going to try and use this all in Create One. Spoiler, my paste is still a little wet and it does not snap nice, but I tried. So I left it in because I did try, and this was an utter fail. And then I try a different stamp and it's still an utter fail, but that's okay. So I'm gonna grab a piece of scrap paper. I thought that other piece would be okay, but it's not gonna cover. And then this should have been done before I put on my pictures probably, and you see how it pulled up a whole bunch of that? So I cleaned that off screen, and then dried this a little bit more, but it's still not coming off very well. So I try in a few different ways. I'm like, there's still some paste on this one, trying here, and oh well. So I'm like, okay, well, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna clean this stamp off and put that away for a minute. I am going to use this background of a label or a ticket because there's a label on Jennifer's sketch that is underneath the title there. So I'm going to use my black archival for this. And this is a Studio Calico stamp set. And then that did not stamp super well, so I'm going to do it one more time. This is super easy to line up, so not a big deal. And then this scrap piece of label is going to go on here. And just looking to see if any other stamping I want to put on here. I haven't really thought about not having my branding stripped off yet, but a little more cleaning. Then I am going to do my journaling right away with my head in the way. My journaling just says every year in elementary at Home Ed, you made a class nameplate, which was super easy. And then I pulled out these paintbrushes that I've had for a while from Some Assemblage Required. I used all of the rest of them on a different layout for this kiddo, but I didn't have room for these two. So yay, that was like probably not last year, the year before, I think. And now I'm going to take the branding strip off, and I'm still getting used to this rotary cutter that I got. And so it didn't quite cut right where I thought it was going to, because I was just trying to eyeball it. But I actually like the leftover bit of that little bit of branding, so I just took a little bit off the top instead. So that worked out pretty good. And then these embellishments, the wood veneer is sticky backed, but obviously the acrylic is not. And then the metal piece, I thought I had there's usually a protective cover, but I took that off already. So this is a little more distressed than I had anticipated, but that's okay. And then instead of going straight up and down, I decided to put this at an angle to add a little bit of different interest. They will paint these and glaze them after they're done carving. And yep, she's carving it right now, but I don't care. There will be painting involved. And so, yep, that's how it's going to work. It's artsy. They're in the art room. It works. And then I tried to do some splatters with my archival, and it just was not. I don't know if I probably just need to re-ink my ink pad. But then I pulled out, I think this is called Spice Marmalade, and so I'm going to do some orangey splatters to tie in more of the orange, because I have the yellow and the red with the paintbrushes now too. And this is my Tattered Angels in charcoal. And more of the Spice Marmalade. And that ties in that mixy, uppy, messy mess of my stamping. Which my husband actually said he liked. So, and then between all of that, I smudged my writing, so I fixed the word that you couldn't read anymore, and then added some splatter to make it look like it was kind of on purpose, because why not? So here are some close, well, this is a close-up, but there'll be still shots to follow, and that's a wrap on this one. Yay! So again, I'll have the Mix It Up Monday playlist linked below with links to Tara the Paper Snob and Casmum Jennifer, so that you can check them out. There's my layout all complete. And thank you so much for watching today. I would love it if you liked, subscribed, and commented, because it really does make my day and gets my videos out to more people. Thank you so much for watching today. Have yourself a wonderful day.